everybody this evening. You are live on Paranormal Realm Radio with Bill Householder and Jill Borrell Wilder. How you doing, Jill? Jill, are you there, sweetie? Okay, apparently we're having some technical difficulty with Jill being here.
I'm here. You got me now?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Can y'all hear me now? We friends?
Ladies and gentlemen, Jill Borrell Wilder.
Thank you. Bow, bow, bow. Anyway. I wanted to say I'm so sorry, guys, that I missed last week's show. So sick, and you know, all sickness from everybody wanting my lovely Louisiana leg. But anyway, I really wanted to thank Edwin F. Becker, best-selling author, for stepping in, and his lovely wife, Marcia. Really appreciate you guys so much, more than y'all know. And
much appreciated. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely, the show was very, very great, and loved it. So anyway, I'm well, so I'm back. I'm sure everybody's ecstatic. So anyway, we have a great guest tonight, Bill, and so I'm going to let you introduce him, give a little bit of background information, and let's get into it.
Well, you know what? I think I might be able to handle that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Johnny DeMaury with us this evening from Butte, Montana, Paranormal Investigative Team. I've dubbed them AKA Butt Pit. And we've got them on the show tonight. Hey, how you doing, Johnny, my friend?
How are you?
Hey, how's it going out in Montana, buddy?
Hey, you know, it's a little cold down here right now. We got a bunch of snow, and, yeah, that's about the extent of it right now.
Hey, you haven't officially met Jill yet, have you?
No, I haven't.
Well,
No,
this is Johnny. Johnny, this is Jill.
Yeah, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good, but do you really pronounce it butt, like B-U-T-T?
No.
Well,
no, I did that, Jill. That was on me.
I know, but like from down here, we pronounce that Butte, you know.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a kind of a catchy phrase, you know, butt paranormal.
It's Butte PECK.
All right, so tell everybody actually what that stands for.
All right, Butte PECK stands for, obviously, the town of Butte, Montana, Paranormal Investigative Team, which is the pit, and it's got a nice ring to it because we actually have a very historical pit in Butte called the Butte Pit, so it actually fits in perfect. And that's how we just came up with the name.
Well, let me ask you, what is the Butte Pit? What is that exactly?
The Butte Pit is like, when you're inside of it, it actually looks like a big lake. But you got to understand, Butte is an old mining town, very old. And back in its day, back in like the early 1900s, Butte was considered to be one of the biggest cities in America, and it was booming with industry, mostly from the mining. But the pit is probably, I think, a bunch of chemicals from over the years of the mining and whatnot, and it's an acidic lake, kind of.
So is this something that you'd want to swim in?
Definitely don't want to swim in it.
Damn, there were my vacation plans.
Yeah, you don't want. I don't know if you want to go swimming in Butte Pit, Bill. Go right ahead. Ed would be upset. It would destroy my beautiful leg. So I don't think I could go swimming in that.
Right.
So, hey, Danny, why don't you tell us a little bit about your team and some of the things you guys have done?
Well, we actually started a couple years ago, and it started out with me and a friend of mine. His name is Tony, and we just kind of started doing houses, you know, abandoned places, because Butte is known for a lot of, you know, abandoned buildings, old abandoned buildings. And there's a saying here that there's more dead than alive. It's a very active town. So, you know, we just started doing houses and kind of getting our name and our foot in the door. And he actually moved away and turned over Butte Paranormal to me, and he was going to start Bitterroot Paranormal, which he had never did. So after I took over Butte Paranormal, I just kind of got it started bigger, you know, got our Facebook page going and got our names out there, started getting into some pretty decent contacts and some good places to investigate. And we have done investigations not only in Butte, but all over Montana. And last summer, we recently traveled to Parma, Idaho to do an investigation for Ghost Adventures.
Wow. Let me ask you this before we get into
that's
Ghost
cool.
Adventures. Real quick, let me ask this. Ed Decker from chat wants to know, was this Indian burial ground?
No, we have never stepped on an Indian burial ground.
Okay. Any that you know of, or you just, how do you know that for sure that wasn't an Indian burial ground? Just, y'all did research, or?
Any place that we go to, we always do the research just to kind of get a feel of what we're stepping into. We want to know the history of it, when it was built, you know, stuff like that. Me personally, I would never step on an Indian burial ground. I don't know if it's bad mojo, I guess.
Right. So for our listeners, explain to them, what kind of research do you do on a like, for instance, if it was, you know, to determine if it was an Indian burial ground or not? What kind of research do y'all do?
Well, we'll go to the archives, and let's say I get a message from somebody that has a house that's being haunted, and they're not sure what it is. They want us to come check it out. So we will go to the archives, we'll dig up the address, and it will show us when the house was built, what it was built on, the foundation and whatnot, and stuff like that, and we usually just go from there.
Oh, okay. I see.
Okay, now I'm about to hit pause and go to time marker. I'm going to hit pause, and I'm going to go to time marker 16:30. I'm just going to record time marker 16:30 through 21:25. It got some real good information on that about certain ghosts similar to the Butte ghost that runs in the neighborhood over here, Boogalou and friends. That different people told me I'm just gonna say Butte demon. Okay, I'm gonna hit pause and find that spot. Okay, pause off.
But anyway, her question is, is it true that from a loved one passed, that a bad ghost will try to pretend to be her? Do you believe that?
I do. Sometimes it depends on where it's at. Let's say that you moved into a house that you knew had activity, and your loved one passed in that house. You know, a lot of the times, if there's a stronger entity there, that entity is not going to let that other entity pass. You know, it's going to hold them captive there. I've ran into situations like that a lot, especially in brothels. But I totally believe that. I totally believe
you're saying
that.
Only if there's another entity present, right?
No, I'm not saying. What I'm saying is if there's an entity present with that other entity that's a lot stronger, you know, it'll keep them there. Or let's say that
that's what I was asking.
already. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was asking you.
Well, I
Okay.
think she's asking also if it will mock. Basically, will it mock maybe this one, maybe this certain, maybe there was something else there, okay? There was maybe, say for instance, two ghosts, okay? Or however
Right.
you want to say them, okay? So then you have one that maybe has moved on, but the other one's going to mock this one. So I'm wondering if that's what they're asking.
Yeah,
if
I
it's a
believe.
bad ghost can pretend to be her.
Oh yeah, I definitely believe that if there's evil there that wants to try to get stronger, I mean that's a good possible way to get to know who's ever is in that house, get to know if any of their relatives have passed on, and then go from there. And yeah, I totally believe that.
Oh, very good. I hope that answers your question. If it's not, just ask another one, and I promise you I'm going to ask him for you. Now, Ed Becker, he's interested in the brothels. Go figure. No, I'm just kidding, Ed. I'm just kidding. So, oh, wait, she said, oh, they're telling me how to pronounce their name. Okay, so I'm close enough. Well, thank you, sweet pea. I appreciate it. I was trying. I'm from Louisiana. I'm trying. So anyway, so you've investigated some brothels, Johnny.
Yes, we have actually probably the most famous brothel, or at least one of them, in the United States here in Butte. It's called the Dumas Brothel. It's originally opened in 1890 and closed in 1982.
Oh, wow. It closed in 1982?
I know, right? Yeah.
And this is in your area?
This is in my town.
Well, that brings up another question. While doing any of these investigations in these brothels, did you come across any incubus or succubus?
I haven't personally, but we during the summertime we were a friend of mine owns the brothel now, and we were trying to help raise some money for him so he can get the water restored and everything. So what we did was we gave tours, paranormal tours, and
Okay.
one tour that we gave, the mayor showed up, a young guy, really nice, very talkative, and we were snapping pictures and whatnot, and one of the pictures that we came across was now you're going to laugh at this, but there was an orb right down by his personal area.
He said on the bill, do it. Johnny, it's just a joke between me and anybody that says orb, that's what we do. So don't make it personal.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's all good fun, brother. Go ahead with what you were saying.
So we got this picture, right, with the mayor. This orb's right down by his personal area, and we ended up calling it the Horb. The Horb.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get you.
Paranormal humor.
I think it's pretty funny myself, but okay.
Kind of creates a freaky visual in my head, but I'm good.
I actually should have sent you the picture of that.
Absolutely, I would have liked to put that in the we have your little slideshow that goes on. That would have been nice to put in there. Yeah.
Right.
So, hey, Johnny, tell me how, I was reading in your bio about these newspapers coast to coast and the thing with, God, I can't remember that guy's name, that saved my life, and the New York Times and all that stuff.
Well, that's it. It's just proof of the sucky butts and whatever the other spirit title name is. That relevancy is to the butt demon, where they assault children, adults, and even animals. And I get in more detail about the animal assault, which I have seen with my own eyes, a spirit on an animal. And some other things about people on my block. And I'm gone. Oh, this is Clyde Darnell Lynch. I am Prince Clyde Darnell Lynch. Equality and fairness by contract is paramount, mandatory by law. Today's date is February 13, 2014. The time 11:29 a.m. And I'm out.